Now, the first thing we had to do, obviously, was go to Pan's. Legendary. Pancakes, legendary. Eggs, legendary. Salmon croquettes, didn't even know they had them. Still pretty okay. Bacon, legendary. You know, it was just really nice. You know, I was just talking to the guy next to me. He was very nice talking partner. I always love the wisdom that people around me can give me, and he had a whole lot of wisdom. And I had a whole lot of food. I was super filled up. It was kind of weird, recording myself, but I don't think anybody was really disturbed. But the cool thing was that it looked like they were actually recording a movie inside, which I don't know what they were recording. I think it was probably more like a short film or something, but I hope, I got a little bit of clout and my head sticking out. Now, as you can see here, this is me devouring a free sample of buffalo cauliflower. Well, that's free. Yes, free, because I'm not going to spend $200 on a cauliflower. Like, I'm not going to do that. But it was delicious. It was just, it's amazing. Like, I love Erewhon food. I wish I could make it at home. I probably need to, because it's just, good. It was, a little bit sour. It had a lot of flavor, especially for, a little piece of cauliflower. And it wasn't really spicy, Again, I would pay for it if it didn't take out my life savings. But honestly, 10 out of 10. And then as you can see here, the only thing I really got with my mom money was just some kale and the kombucha, because we got it as a free sample and it tasted pretty good. The kale chips, I love them. Again, super expensive, but they're great. One of our, weirder spots, which I didn't really understand until my mom explained it to me, was this health food store, which apparently is really famous in Cali. There's a lot of videos with it and stuff. And also, you see that? We opened the door for my mom. I'm a good son. But it was very nice. I just love walking around. The food, it smelled good in there. Obviously, they had this little thing to the side. I think it was an actual restaurant. And we checked out. It was nice. This place was basically like the black Erewhon, it looked like. I'm joking. Erewhon is the not black, this place. But it was just a nice place with different health stuff and remedies. This is me dancing in the mirror, don't mind that. I needed more content, so enjoy that. But it was just a nice place that, had some different stuff. It was just something fun to check out, so not much to say there. It was just nice. Now, of course, this isn't Cali specific, but it's C's Candies. And, we went there, got some candy. It was nice. They ended up giving me a free sample. Tasted delicioso. And everyone there was just so kind, which, again, I'm always going to keep on saying the people in Cali, hopefully I haven't met the wrong people, but at least the people we were around were super nice. And, we got to get some candy and try it out. It was just a grand old time. Now, Little Tokyo, as somebody who just loves, the culture of Japan and stuff, kind of a little bit of a weeb, I'm gonna stop. This place was just awesome. I'm signing up to study abroad in college in Japan, and I am taking a language course. I'm not one of those weirdos who goes a little bit too far with it though. Don't get me wrong. But the place was just so nice. There was people everywhere. It was hustling, bustling. The food was good. I've always loved Asian food. It's always been amazing. And they had different outfits and clothing. And I just got to walk around, and the atmosphere was just amazing, especially the way the sun was bouncing off and all the buildings were there. Even though it is a tourist trap that will suck out every single dollar you have, it is worth it to go here. Speaking of tourist trap, we tried to get some pins from a street vendor guy. He had a whole thing up. But this dude had the audacity to point and tell us how this one was $10, this one was $15. Dudes, those are fridge magnet size. Nobody's paying that money. Tourist trap. Now in Little Tokyo, next to it, there's this really scary place. It's like this little mini mall bottom thing we went into. I gotta be honest, this is where you wanna go if you are really, really into stuff. Like, they had some crazy stuff. They had some like weird anime figures and body pillows, like if that's stuff for you. The only thing that I literally went there and got was like a little plush for my brother from a claw machine. That was it. But you know, if you mess with that stuff, good for you.
Once you realize that all the shit you used to care so much about just keeps you a prisoner of your own mind. Go trip over another.
Now, of course, this isn't like a rare destination for anybody. If you live in Cali, you've probably been here a lot of times. I've been here a handful of times, but not with the GoPro. So of course I had to record. Again, I love my GoPro Hero 13. It's really nice. Not an advertisement, but I just think the color is amazing. You know, I think the saturation is good and stuff. You understood what I meant. But this mall was just fun to walk around again. Like, it was just a great atmosphere. You know, we were just checking out some clothes and stuff, me and the fam. And I actually ended up just sitting there enjoying the scenery. When you have a camera, you just want to take a picture of everything, record everything, and it'll just become like a really nice experience because you get to really see the fine details. And one of the coolest things was when I ended up walking by Zoomies, and they had this advertisement where you could play a game and win a prize, either a box of pizza, some 2 cookie plates, and a hat. And it was obvious. I gotta be honest, I forgot about the pizza, but I think it was pretty obvious that I wasn't gonna pick the cookie plates. I got the hat. I won the hat. The hat on my head. Next thing, I ended up doing some clothes shopping because, you know, I'm going back to school. I gotta pick out some new drips, some new stuff to impress some people. I ended up running into some loyal fans. I didn't know who these people were, but still, you know, camera effect. They were trying to, you know, get in my good graces. But it was actually really fun, and they're really nice. Again, you know, it was nice to talk to some people. You know. But after that, embarrassing, I got stopped by security. You know, but I listened to authority. I do what I'm told. Okay, I am sat down at the Devil and Angel place. As a Christian, I don't really like the name, but I am gonna try the food. So let's see. I got this Tangulu thing. So let's try it. And yes, despite the face I'm making, it was really good. You know, it's just frozen fruit that's candy, you know. I actually really liked it. I just have like an ugly eating face. It was really hard to bite through because, again, frozen fruit and candied. So I really hoped you liked my little vlog. You know, if you liked it, I hope you can like and subscribe, leave a comment, any ideas, you know, maybe future videos, or tell me what you thought about my experience. You know, maybe you found some enjoyment in it. And I'm just very thankful for you to be watching this video. And I hope you just have a good day. So I'll see y'all.